right, folks. Welcome, everybody, to the 2025 Monmouth County Hall of Fame dinner. Thank you, everybody, for coming today. My name is Mike Stevens. I'm the president of Monmouth County Bowling Association. I am extremely excited to see all the faces here. Every year, we talk about how many people are going to show up, and you never know. We've had some really great years. We've had some not so great years, and this is exactly what we hope to every year. A great combination of Hall of Famers, board members, other associations, as well as family members of bowlers here to help celebrate all of our great achievements for this year. So we do appreciate you all for showing up. Thank you for your time this afternoon. I hope you get to enjoy your lunches. I have a slight time frame here because hors d'oeuvres are supposed to be coming, or appetizers are supposed to come around at 1:30. That's the importance. So we'd like to welcome our Hall of Fame inductee this year, Eugene Olson. We are also looking to congratulate our award winners this year. We have our Bowler of the Year this year. We have, I'll announce them later on. We also have our County Award, High Average, High Series, and High Game winners this year. So we were looking to acknowledge them. And we also have two special honorees this year that we are going to be recognizing for their amazing work with BVL. For those of you who are not aware, Monmouth County Bowling Association has been doing a phenomenal job the last few years, at least according to what National's telling us. Uh, Last 3 years, we've been in the top three in the nation as far as associations for raising money for BVL. And this year, we blew those numbers apart thanks to these two honorees. So we will be honoring Nancy and Michelle both this year. A lot more where that comes from with them. They did a phenomenal job. You guys have no idea how much work they did for us. That said, we'd like to everybody enjoy the program. 99, and he had an average of 224 this year. In addition to that, Chris was also the Ocean County Masters champion this year. I believe he finished fifth in the state Masters. Like, yep. So Chris had a great year all around across the entire state. Didn't matter where he went, he showed up, and he definitely represented Monmouth County. So that is why we would like to award him the Monmouth County Bowler of the Year this year. And the last men's award goes to Robert Geyer for High Series. Um, Rob shot 844 this year. Unfortunately, Rob and his whole family got sick this weekend. They were scheduled to be here. They informed us late last night they couldn't be here. So we will get Rob his award on a Monday night here at very near future whenever he is healthy and feeling better. So Rob Geyer, 844. All right, next we are going to bring up Ray Vogel to introduce the Women's Bowler of the Year.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for attending the dinner. It gives me pleasure every year to this award because it was dedicated to my wife, Claire. Um, Again, just like Jean, we have another repeat winner. And we're having a problem with the plaque. We can't figure out whether we need to buy a bigger plaque or we have to start listing Carson's awards in shorthand. Carson achievements this year was first place in the women's county doubles, first place women's all events, second place in the queens, first place in the open doubles, third place in the open all events, first place in the mixed doubles scratch. On the national level, she had a first place in the Professional Women's Bowling Association Regional, and she had two second place finishes in the PWBA Regional. On her honor scores, she had 7 scores, 275 to 296, one score of 751 to 775, 5 scores, 726 to 750, 3 scores, 700 to 725, and her average for the year was 224. And that was all in one league that she did that.
Wow.
Carson, congratulations again. We'll have to go to photography.
Where's the camera?
I gotta lower this a little bit.
Where you handle?
I do. I know. Funny story. Last year when I gave this speech for Bowler of the Year, I held the microphone the entire time. I'm not going to do that. Of course, it's a great honor to receive this award again. It's now my 4th consecutive year receiving the Women's Bowler of the Year. It's always an honor. Thank you, Monmouth County, for recognizing us bowlers. Congrats to our other award winners. Chris, heck of a year. Congratulations. Emerald, congrats on your high series. That's an amazing achievement. Congrats to the ladies that shot 300. Eugene, congratulations on your induction. I hope to be there with you one day. I know I will have some time. I'm just thankful for the opportunities that we have in this county. Thank you to the Bone family, the Russos, for providing such a amazing facility to train and practice at whenever I want. It definitely gives us bowlers in this county an advantage. So thank you. Thank you to my parents, of course, for introducing me to this sport. They have shaped and provided the path for my sister and I, and I'm so thankful that they brought bowling into my life. So thank you.
Oh, wait, there's more.
Oh, Carson, I forgot to tell you to stay up here.
I told him to tell you. Now we're going to present the Ladies Awards. Carson, of course, is our high average winner this year with a
224.
224. Congratulations, Carson. County high average.
Just stand over there and take a picture.
Okay. Next. He's new at this. So next up is our high series winner, Emerald Platzer. Could you come up and join us? Emerald bowled an 8-11 this year. Thank you. And you guys will put the USBC.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Next up, we have some 300 winners. The high game for the women Some of the men have said, why don't we congratulate the 300 award winners for the men also? But there's like over 100 of them, and there's only 4 women. So we do make a point to honor those women. And first up is Dottie Salinas, who had who had 2 300s this year.
We love you.
Okay. We have 3 other ladies who could not attend today, who also are getting the 300 awards. One of them is Alexa Asta. The next one is Teresa Hubert. And the next one is Madison Mosley. For different reasons, they just couldn't make it today. And Madison Mosley also had 2 300s to her credit. So we'll make sure that we get them to where they're bowling or where they can meet us and make proper announcements then at that time also. Okay. I'm turning it back to Mike.
Yes. Next is the BBL Awards. So, before we get started, Bob Hodges, I believe you were the one who first started BBL for Monmouth County. How much did we raise that year? I believe you told me $490. Does that sound about right? A little bucket. We walked around roughly 20 years ago you started that. Is that correct? Correct. So about 20 years ago, we raised just short of $500. This year, I am proud to say we've raised a heck of a lot more than that. So Johnny, if you could come up and help us hand out these awards. First up, we'd like to bring up Nancy Dango and Michelle Morocco. We'd like you both come up at the same time. These 2 young ladies actually live in the same community as Johnny, and they managed to uh, find out that we need to tell them because that's an understatement, right? I think every county in this state, whether it's a local association or state, we all try to do a heck of a lot of stuff, but there's never enough people to do all the work. And these 2 ladies, thankfully, stepped up this year. Nancy stepped up and just cold called. Is that the way you did it?
Oh, yes.
I'll let her explain. So basically, the way it was described to me is she picked up the phone book in her community and started calling everybody and said, "We need corporate sponsors for our event. If you'd like to work in our event in our community, we need you guys to be corporate sponsors." And those corporate companies showed up. I believe it was 59 companies. Is that correct?
40.
41. All right. Sorry, my apologies. 41 companies. Uh, right? I like the number 59 for you better. Showed up to do corporate sponsors because of Nancy. That is alone a huge number. So thank you, Nancy. In addition to that, Michelle took and ran off her own direction. Michelle showed up, and not only did she go out and get collections of gifts that we do for our tricky trays, but she also packaged them in beautiful setups. And every time we thought we had enough, she'd show up with more. 40 baskets of prizes that she put together for us. 40. That alone was enormous. Can't explain to you how difficult it is for us every year to try and pull teeth to get people to put together items like that. Enormous. So together, because of the great work that these ladies did. I mentioned earlier that the 2023-24, we were third in the nation at $29,000 that we raised. This past year, we raised our record of $37,000. So, Bob, did we do good for you? I mentioned Bob. Bob is the past president. Like I mentioned, he started this. Bob's also a World War II veteran. We're doing this because of the veterans, all of you. Thank you, each and every one of you veterans who is here. We can't do without you. But more importantly, thank you to both of these young ladies. You are phenomenal help. We cannot thank you enough. If you'd like to say some words, by all means.
I want to say this is such an honor to receive this, but I did it for Michelle and her family because she told me her story. I says, I'm in. I said, you do the basket, you do the donations, and I'll go contact all the businesses that I know. And I always say, if you don't ask, you don't get. And it really isn't hard. It's one ask. And I started asking restaurants and people and businesses. And then I said, and nobody said no except for one, but I won't mention that. But I said, and I live in a 55 and older community. I said, we have a lot of workers here. I see the trucks every day. I says, I am going to get that vendor list and I'm going to call every one of them. So I called, I texted, I emailed, and I said, I'm working with this other woman in my community along with Johnny Petraglia. I had to throw his name in there. I mean, who's going to say no to Johnny? And every single vendor said, not a problem. And they came to my house. They dropped off the check. They drove from wherever they were to drop off the $100 check. And I would just kept bringing the money into Howell Lanes, meeting with Tony and saying, "Oh, I got more checks. I got more checks." And it was such an honor to get this shirt, that red shirt this year with all the vendors' names on the back. We have like a new record to break for this year, but I just want to say thank you so much for this wonderful honor for our veterans.
And I certainly didn't do it to get an award.
No.
I did it to pay it for everybody that's been there for my sons and my family. To Army Sergeant Brendan Morocco, retired, his brother Michael Morocco, who spent his life dedicated to helping his brother for the last 16 years when he came home from Iraq. I love you both and I'm so proud of you. And I challenge everybody now to pay it forward. That's what I do, whether it be buying coffee for somebody or making a donation. So I'm already starting the baskets for next year. I have the wrapping station set up in the loft. If anybody has a new item and wants to get rid of, bring them to the lane. I'll take care of it. And thank you all very much.
Thank you both, ladies. Also, we'd like to hand out BVL at convention this past year, handed out these challenge cones specific for BVL. So we'd like to give you both a challenge cone.
Oh, wow.
BVL.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Was that beautiful?
Yes. And love to hear that you're already working on this year. We we have to set up a meeting here soon so we can get everything lined up. But thank you again. Thank you to our veterans. Ladies, pictures.
I'd like to bring Bob up.
Yeah, Bob.
The picture.
Bob?
Get the picture. We want you in the picture. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right here.
Absolutely.
Here's the originator. I could, but I have if you want. Yeah. Sure.
Uh, congratulations to these two wonderful women and everything that the county has done for BVL. That's the Bolus to Veterans Link started in 1942 by a women's league in Wisconsin to raise money for veterans. That first year, they raised enough money to buy a plane to put care packages to send to our troops overseas. And we've been going ever since then. And to give you an idea of how it's going, this last year we raised 1.7 million, and all from things that happened here. There is no big hitters in BVL. This is all coming from Bolus, and it's just wonderful. And all the money is therapeutic, and we really need that now. Time. 22 vets a day suicide. We're losing 22 a day. We got to turn that around. Thank you for all your help. God bless.
I'd like to bring up Eric Nielsen. He's the Monmouth County Vice President. He's also our chair for the Hall of Fame committee, so he can start our Hall of Fame proceedings. Eric. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So first thing we're gonna do is bring up all of our Hall of Famers that are county in attendance. So as I, call your name, Billy, I'm talking. As I call your name, please come up. Mike is actually going to present you with a Monmouth County Hall of Fame pin that we just came up with this year, and we'll be giving out to all of our current and future Hall of Famers. First, 1989, Charles Del Plata. I'd love to point out that neither of our Bull of the Years were born in 1989 when Charlie won this. Neither were born also in 1995 when Armand Federici Jr. was elected in the Monmouth County Hall of Fame. Armand, please come on up here. Where are you? Where's your hat? 2002 inductee Ray Vogel. 2004 Bob Hodges. 2007 Bill Sims. This is the first time I've actually played when I'm supposed to. 2016 Joanne Ramsey. 2019 Dottie Salinas. Is that good? Did I get it? Also 2019 Walter McKnight. Also 2019 Johnny Petraglia Jr., who is a soon-to-be grandfather. I'm sorry, senior. I wrote senior here. 2023 Leslie Bone. And also 2023 John Barrett. Who's taking the picture? Oh, and Mary was not written down here, Joanne. Mary, I don't know what year you went in. 2007, Mary Fulgore. Fulgore? Fulgore. We always forget you. I apologize, Mary. Apologize. All right. Hang on. Yeah. Kind of line up, I guess, get together. This way.
Around the podium.
Sort of.
Around the podium?
Yes. Get the podium out of the way.
You want me to move the podium? We can try to get on this side of the podium. All right. Thank you to all our Hall of Famers. Before we get started, actually, I wanted to kind of sort of tell a funny story. No, you're not. No? With goes back to the BVL donations. At the very beginning, I actually agreed to give up my garage to store all of the donations. Um, 50 or 40 something baskets later, I realized that was a big mistake. So Armin, we're going to be storing them at your house next year. Just so you know, they're not coming to my house. There you go. So they're all, we're storing them all at Armin's house next year. Um, I'd personally like to thank both of you very much for everything you did for us. Um, this is probably, I think, the third or fourth year I've been running the Hall of Fame elections and everything like that. And this year, I believe by far, um, our candidate received the most votes out of any candidate we've had since I've been running this. So here to let's see, here to induct our candidate in, I'd like to call up Jeff Geller. No.
So for us short people, I'm going to move the microphone down. Vertically challenged, sorry, not short. So I have a bio to read, but first I want to say thank you for letting me do it, Gene. I appreciate it. And congratulate the other winners for today. The future of the sport, as you will. So I'm just going to read from here. Eugene has been an elite bowler in Monmouth County for the past 24 years. He's captured the Monmouth County Open Championship all events title in 2024 with a total score of 2297. He placed fourth, in 2022. He placed fifth, 5 times in the all events between the 2100 and 2199 category, and 2 times in the all events 2000 to 2099 category. In the Monmouth County team event, his team won 3 times, 2012, 22, and 23. He placed fourth in 2021 and fifth in 2024. In the Monmouth County Open Doubles event, he placed second and fifth, in 2013 and 2014, respectively. And in the singles event, Eugene placed third in 2024. Eugene also placed in the top 16 of the prestigious Monmouth County Masters Tournament 4 times, placing second in 2022, where he ran the gauntlet from the losers bracket all the way through. So a lot of games, and I think we lost him for about a week or so after that. It was a tough week. In 2006, 2013, and 2014, his team won the coveted Bar Trophy tournament and placed second to fifth 6 times. Eugene also won the Monmouth County Mixed Doubles Scratch Division 2006 with his partner, Beth Cohn, and was awarded, did I skip the line? He was the Monmouth County Bowler of the Year 3 times, winning the award in 2019, 23, and 24, and has been awarded the County High Average, as we heard earlier, 4 times in 2019, 22, 23, and this year, 25. At the State Open Championship, he placed fifth in all events, 2009, top 5 in the team in 2025, and fourth in singles, 2023. In the State Open Championship, his all events was between 2000 and 2099 twice in 24 and 25, and between 2100 and 2199 3 times in 2009, 2010, and 2023. Eugene has over 45 300 games to his credit and over 26 800 series. His highest 800 series, I was there that morning, has been 841, where he had back-to-back 300s. Started off with the first 27 or 28 in a row, I think it was. His composite average over the last 15 years was 229. I'll put the .66 on there just to make it a little some rounding. And the last 7 years has been above 230, which is an amazing accomplishment. I'd like to take the minute to introduce and welcome my friend and teammate to Monmouth County Hall of Fame, Eugene Olson.
Escorting Eugene up will be Gene Olson Sr. and Brian Olson. Now, usually I present the plaque to the incoming Hall of Famer, but we have a special occasion on this one, and his father's actually going to present him with his Hall of Fame plaque.
How do you will and deal this one? Got it? Let me get the game. You got it? I hold the flag. It's my flag.
Just hold it so I can read it. I just gotta read it. All right. Okay. So, Monmouth County USBC of New Jersey Hall of Fame. Let it be known that Eugene R. Olson was inducted on the 14th day of September for bowling achievement in recognition of his outstanding performance and skill in the game of bowling. Also, in addition, he receives recognition from USBC as becoming a Monmouth County Hall of Famer. Congratulations, Eugene.
Yeah, I come prepared. So, it's all Joe, Chris. You'll get your moment. Don't worry. Um, First off, thank you. It's an honor and privilege to stand up here before you today as the newest member of the Monmouth County Hall of Fame. I'd like to thank Jeff Geller for studying through part of the bio, but thank you. You're a great friend and teammate. Uh, Also, I'd like to thank Eric Nielsen, Mike Stevens, Joan Ramsey, Ray Vogel, John Barrett, the Hall of Fame committee, and all the Hall of Famers for the votes, love, and support throughout the years. My road here may have started 24 years ago inside this Monmouth County Hall of Fame, or Monmouth County, sorry. But my bowling started well before that, right around my son Colin's age, maybe a little bit younger. Back then, there was bumpers that were made out of foam, and other ones that, blew up. You know, not like the ones modern technology today, but we didn't have the good stuff back in the 80s. Um, Back then, the scoring was with translucent sheets um, that had that type of what was it, the lamp that would burn your hands, right? Right. Back then, actually like to do the hand scoring. Don't know how anymore, but back then I was pretty good at it. Many moons ago, roughly, I don't even know, 35 years ago, Hudson Lane up in I think in Hudson County was the place it started for me. And what I can remember so young was going to the bowling alley, what we call it back then, to watch my parents bowl there. I think it was a Sunday league. Huh. But by watching them, it actually turned into a 3 or 4 hour fest of bowling frame, game by game. Um, Sometimes it would actually go past those 3 hours, just because the employees wanted to actually go home. They would turn it off. Um, and my parents had to tell me that the lanes were actually broke. Um, but back then, a person who worked there, a family friend, Bill Kenny, let me just do that. Bowl for hours upon hours, game by game, and do whatever I really wanted. He gave me my first bowling pin, helped me out with my first ball. And I guess for that love of the game, it turned into a family affair at that point. Right around, 6, 7, 8 years old, we turned it into an adult child league. Basically, until we moved down here to the Central Jersey area. After that, it's kind of like a blur. Bowling wasn't really my first sport for the next decade or so. It really consists of soccer, baseball, and eventually ice hockey. I don't know. But inside that decade, there was other times I would actually be able to go up um, to Hill Lanes. I guess anybody know where Hill Lanes is, right? Is Home Depot. Sorry now, but back then, inside that decade, I took a $20 bill and bowled 20 games at $1 a piece. until my arm would fall off, not really knowing where it would go. It was just the fun of the game at that point. Um, but around sophomore year, I was out on a Friday night back at Hill Lanes with friends, and it kind of triggered something else back when I was 16 years old. I got that feeling back of where I was as a kid, hours upon hours, game after game. Uh, that I knew that the real sports in life, that soccer, the baseball, even the ice hockey, they're not real sports. Bowling's a real sport. Come on, right? There we go. So, what I thought of is that back in 96, 97, 98, it got me back to the bellies of the world. The bowlers that weren't athletic, they just had a beer belly, or the women that smoked in the bowling alley, or the machine you put quarters in to clean your ball. Basically, the 80s and 90s, the smell of, let's say, the bowling alley. So, nostalgic. You knew you were in a bowling alley when you walked in. You knew the smell of it. Not any time. Not really today, because mostly you smell what, weed, right, weed. Yeah, weed now. Yeah, I mean, but he's always looking at that beer belly guy or the woman smoking a cigarette. It brought me back to where I was when I was right around my son's age, about 5 years old. But it actually taught me that practice and moving on, and then really that senior year, I actually did go out and try out for the bowling team. I guess everybody makes it, right? So my senior year, I made the team, got my varsity letter, but only averaged 180. Who knew? But now, we're here. Um, After high school, it was a little bit of a difficult start. Um, I started bowling in a non-sanctioned league at Strathmore Lanes with guys I worked with at work. And then by 2001, I started my first sanctioned leagues in the M&M Mixed League and the Sunday Morning Kingpins. Those first couple years, they were really bad. But, everybody starts off rough. Rich Pacone knows. Um, well, it's not a roast, right? I mean, yeah, it is a roast, but it's not a roast. Um, like for me, it was the first couple years, it was just trying to get my feet wet, just trying to get to know people. I mean, get to know Rich at his low point and now his high point. But by 2002, I threw my first 300. Frankly, 2002 was about, what, 23 years ago, Chris? You weren't even born. Now I really feel old. But, like I said, for the next couple years, it was right around the 208 to 217 mark. Not where I was or is today, but I guess that really goes with the times. By 2006, getting to know bowlers, I started to bowl in county tournaments, and I got a couple wins under my belt. Um, I think my first one, could have been my second one, was with Rich, was with your mom, Beth, in the mixed double scratch event. I believe that was Hazlitt Lanes back in 2006. And then I think that same year I won the Bar Trophy tournament with a team consist of Bill McKeon. You remember that year, right? I was a drunk mess. There's pictures on the internet to prove it. Ryan Walsh, Tom Lemansky, and the late Mike Paone. For those for those couple wins, being so young in my early 20s, I got a little cocky. Winning is fun, but you really can't win every time. You can't shoot 300. You can't shoot 800 every single game or set. I really wish I could tell myself that. I mean, can we all? By 2009 or so, I met a group of guys mainly one guy, Billy Sims. Um, Later on, we would be called the THBs, but Billy asked me around that time if I would like to bowl on a team, and I guess the rest is history. Um, by 2012, I believe it was Harmony. Billy, is that correct? First one, Harmony. We won our well, my first county title together with them. Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. What we called the original core four. It was me, Billy Sims Jr., and the late great Reggie DeGraffentry. Um, we all bowled together a lot, if it was a local level or the state level, for about a decade. But there was really one exception to that rule every year, and it was always the Bar Trophy tournament. Reggie with his team, and the three of us together on another team. Um, in our friendly battles inside that tournament, we really stuck it to Reggie a couple times, winning it back-to-back years in 2013 and 2014. But right around the event in 2021, Reggie passed away. That year was really tough on us. One, because it just happened, and two, it was at the home he really built, Shore Lanes. If we speed up a little bit on this, we actually needed a fourth bowler to, replace Reggie. Like at that time, we had one person groomed for it. Billy knows all too well. We call him Pet Rock. Others would call him DJ Barsuski. Um, we started bowling with DJ right after that, but we were bowling a little bit before. But mainly right after 2021, our fourth was complete with DJ. And for the next 2 years, in Reggie's honor, we won the team event in 2022 and 2023. It was definitely a great honor for all of us to, you know, win in his honor. We all miss you, Reggie. Since then, it's been a hell of a lot of five finishes in the state and local level. To Billy, Junior, and DJ, I thank you tremendously. The team aspect to me is one part of it, getting up here. If it's your doubles partner or if your team dynamic. But I also knew I needed to do this on my own. I might have been bowling in the county for the better part of 25 years, but I like to think my last 7 years has really gotten me here. I mean, four high averages, three bowl of the years, a second place finish in the Masters, and an all events championship. Um, there's a couple people I like to thank. Of course, you have to really thank your ball driller, right? You wouldn't be here if you didn't have great balls. No, all joking aside. Uh, my pro shop guy is Christian Arrow. Um, and also to the bowlers I bowled with in the last couple of years, Jeff Geller, Bob Sampson, Hollywood actor, and local hero John Barrett, Rob Geyer, and Joe Goslick, all of which I've won a half or league title with. One other guy that stuck out in my last couple of years has been Walter McKnight. Thanks for the votes and the confidence you've bestowed on me the last couple of years. To anybody I missed, I'm sorry. I don't want to be a 45-minute, runner on this, but thank you all for, the love and support for me getting here. And lastly, to my family, Table One. Um, I said in my speech before that the last 7 years have got me here, and then it's true. I've put a lot of work in to get here. But one woman sitting in front of me, or standing, or sitting, no, sitting in front of me, has changed my life forever. Diane, you made me a better father again. to two great kids, Colin, you're being really good today, and Savannah. Unfortunately, I don't think you want a year old here because a lot of hectic problems she does at home. Yeah, good. um, I wouldn't be the bowler I am today if it wasn't for you, Diane, for the love and support you've given me. Thanks for your patience when I'm away from home 3 or 4 or 5 days a week. That's not funny. But I love you. To our parents that are in attendance today, Billy and Donna, thanks for being here, for showing the love and support, and for raising an amazing daughter. Also for the time my clan went over your house because I was away from her bowling, UBA or county tournaments. Could have been anything. Thank you guys. To Connor, who couldn't be here today, thanks for making me a father and aging me like 20 years in the last couple of years. I hope you find what you're looking for in life. Um, to my brother, Brian, thanks for being my escort here today, for being an indirect cheerleader whenever we're inside a bowling alley together. Seeing you use my old equipment sure does have its perks, doesn't it? You put in the work, and hopefully one day soon you'll get that 300. And then finally, my parents, who've come up from Florida. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't for you two. You've given me every opportunity um, to do whatever I wanted in sports. A three-sport athlete basically at the age of 5. Weekends at a Labor Day soccer tournament or a hell lot of baseball games. But all these years, I picked one sport, the real athletes, people that are inside this building. Um, it This sport definitely stuck with me the last 25 years or so. But mom, I'd like to thank you for being my mom, for the love and support my entire life. I know these last couple of years haven't been as easy for you, but I'm glad that you're here to enjoy this day with me. And to dad, I hope I made you proud today. Because if it wasn't for you all those years ago at Hudson Lanes, this wouldn't be possible. This award is as much yours as it is mine. Also, for these sports that you've made me go through and the teams I have to root for, can't we do something different? I mean, the Mets, the Jets, I mean, every year, but at least you're here today to enjoy this with me. I love you both, and thank you all. Now you pin me.
Now, since you are the first, dropping it off. Show everything. It's like an issue getting it out. Just like a free spot. Thank you. All right. Good job. Thank you. Now we got to go. Unfortunately, I got to go bowl against them on Mondays now. All right. Thank you, everybody, for everything. We have one last portion of our event today. If I can invite Scott up. Real quick. Scott and I bowled against each other in juniors back in Middlesex County. I got to be honest with you. I never thought when we were kids bowling against each other, we'd be standing up here doing this type of thing together. So this is actually kind of exciting for me. Scott, look forward to this.
Too tall. So I'm here today to install the officers for the 2025-2026 season. But before that, I'd just like to take a moment to congratulate Eugene on his Hall of Fame induction. The other award winners that are present today, Chris, Carson, Emerald, Dottie, Nancy, and Michelle. And if I could just take a moment to thank Mike, Eric, and the rest of the Monmouth County Board. It's a thankless job that we have, volunteering, running tournaments, fundraising, and organizing events like today. So please, everybody, if you can, just a round of applause and thank all the board members for everything they do. You have to come up, or it's just both of you? Just both of you, okay. All right, so if you could please both raise your hand and respond, I do, to the following three questions. Do you pledge to carry out any and all duties that may be assigned to you by the Monmouth County USBC?
I do.
Do you further pledge to keep an open mind on any legislation that is considered by your association?
I do.
And do you pledge to ensure that all rules and regulations of the Monmouth County USBC are observed at all times?
I do.
Having made these three pledges in front of your friends and fellow bowling officials, you're hereby sworn in as officers for the Monmouth County USBC for the 2025-2026 season.
All right. Thank you, everybody. We have to make one last announcement. This is a hard one for a lot of us at Monmouth County Association, and she's running away. This year is Joanne Ramsey's last year as the director of the Hall of Fame banquet. So I would like to bring her up here and let everybody shower her with applause because Joanne has done this tirelessly for a lot of years. And next year we're stuck with John Barrett.
Well, he might be in Hollywood by then.
Maybe. Doubt it. But I would love to bring Joanne up here. We don't have anything special to give you this year, but we will next year. We just want everybody to recognize you for all the hard work that you've done. We really appreciate it. Do you want to say anything? You can. Would you want to say anything? You don't have to.
I've been doing this for, I don't know, 10 or more years or so. I know 90% of you, and I love you all. And we've always tried to do everything we can to make everybody comfortable. And I think we achieved that. I'm happy. I'll still be around. I'm sure John is going to ask me to help him. And yeah, we'll still be helping out wherever we can. Thank you.
I believe that's the end of our event today. Thank you, everybody, for coming. We do appreciate everything.